everyone, it's Cass. Welcome back to my channel, What Cass Read. So if you've been following my itty bitty channel for a while, as in the past month that I've been on BookTube, you will have discovered that my favorite genre is adult fantasy. I'm here today with the top fantasy books that I want to read in 2018. I don't think any of these are really like brand new books, but like I said, I've been reading trash for a while, guys. I've been reading some trash books, just books that I'm not interested in, and I should have just like quit while I was ahead, but I got farther and farther behind. So some of these are going to be picks that you have already read, and I want to know your opinions of them in the comment section below. So if you see one of your favorites, please tell me why it's one of your favorites, obviously without any spoilers. The first book that I want to tackle is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I said when I hauled this book that I don't know too much about it, only because I kind of want to be surprised. Like, I really feel like this is going to be a book that I'm going to connect to. From all I've heard about Quoth, I said when I hauled this book that I'm kind of going to shuffle around my TBR. So if I am able to like get a little bit ahead on my TBR for the month of December, I might actually start this book sooner than 2018, which would be awesome. So this is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. The next stack of books that I want to tackle are the Liveship Traitors Trilogy books by Robin Hobb. That includes Ship of Magic. The second book is Mad Ship, and then the third book is Ship of Destiny. And I want to continue on with her Realm of the Elderlings. More importantly, the next fantasy books that I want to get into in 2018 are the Tawny Man trilogy, when we finally are reunited with Fitz and the Fool. But in order to get back to Fitz and the Fool, I have to read the Liveship Traitors trilogy first. I'm currently a third of the way through Ship of Magic. It's beautiful Robin Hobb writing. I'm not disappointed with it, but I'm having a little bit of a hard time connecting with our characters only because I just don't like pirates. And then we have the Mistborn Trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I really want to get into some Brandon Sanderson, and from what I have read, starting with the Mistborn series is the right way to go. So I don't want to just jump into Stormlight Archives. A lot of people say that they started with Mistborn and it sold them on Brandon Sanderson. These are the UK covers, as you can see, and it consists of The Final Empire, The Well of Ascension, and then The Hero of Ages. So this one seems a lot more manageable. I literally just got these books this week, and as soon as I unwrapped it, I was like, oh my god, I can't wait. All right, so the next two books on my list are not here yet. I placed a book depository order, and so they're still on their way, and I just know that I'm going to go to my mailbox today and they're going to be in the mailbox and I will have already filmed this video. I just know that's going to happen because that's always how it happens. The first book that I'm waiting for is The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch. This book has been on my radar for about 2 years. When it comes to like top fantasy picks for a lot of people, this book usually winds its way up there. And that's because you have this group of thieves named the Gentlemen Bastards, led by this smart, witty character of Locke. And then I've heard really great things about the bromance between Locke and Jean. So I've just been, as soon as I hit order on Book Depository, I have been waiting. I've been dying to get this book in my hands. And, fun note, Scott Lynch is from Minnesota. He grew up in the Twin Cities. I grew up in the Twin Cities. He lives in Wisconsin now. I don't live in Minnesota anymore. I live in Texas now. So I feel like there's a connection there between me and Scott Lynch. I feel like maybe at one time we could have been in the same bar at some time. And then the next book that is coming to me is The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski. He's a Polish author, so I know I didn't pronounce his first name right. But this is the first book in the Witcher series. If that sounds familiar to you because you played a video game called Witcher, that's exactly right, because the video game was based off of the book series. Started following Elliot Brooks because, like I said, she's like my female fantasy soulmate here on BookTube. She has really great recommendations, and she loves the Witcher series. So The Last Wish is the first one, and she's going to be doing a Witcher series reread and has invited people to join her on this adventure. She's going to read one Witcher book per month. Sapkowski was kind of thinking, you know, if we lived in a world where there are monsters roaming among us, there must be professionals, like there should be professional monster hunters. And that's where the Witchers come in. The Witchers are the professional monster hunters. They sort of go away and obtain all the skills and all the magic to become Witchers, and everyone in society kind of thinks that there's something like twisted about them because they don't trust that. The Witchers charge for their services because they're professionals, and people are not fans of that. So I've had a couple of people recommend this series to me. I'm gonna begin it in January, and I'm super excited for the Witcher read-along. This book I also recently hauled. This is The Tiger's Daughter by Arsenault Rivera. This is a female-driven fantasy series. It's two warrior women in this like fantasy Mongolian setting, and they're in love. I'm kind of envisioning this like matriarchal fantasy warrior women society when it comes to this series. This book is the only book that's out right now, and then the second book will be released during 2018, so maybe I'll read it closer to then. I'm not quite sure the timing of when I'm going to pick this one up, but at least if I read this one, then it's not going to be another series that I'm behind on. And then to wrap things up, because as if I don't have enough fantasy in my life, if I get around to it, this is Traitors Blade by Sebastien de Castell. This is another series that I think just finished up. So I've kind of heard that this is like the perfect mix between the Three Musketeers and the Lies of Lamora Gentleman Bastard series. So I want to read Lies of Lamora first. That's why I said if I get around to this, then I'll pick up Traitors Blade. So this is like part of the Great Coat series. And there is this kingdom where the people who sort of dispense the king's justice are this group called the Great Coats. The conniving dukes of the realm overthrow the king and sort of put the Great Coats out of power. That's all I know about it. Again, I kind of want to be surprised. If I get to it, this is Traitors Blade by Sebastien de Castell. So I think that's a pretty good fantasy list. If you have some fantasy recommendations for me, please put them in the comment section below. I'm tired of reading about books that I don't care about, so I want to put more fantasy back in my life. One of my goals in 2018 is to also read some more fantasy that is less Western influenced. So I've got The Tiger's Daughter, and I've got the Witcher series, which is a more Eastern European influenced Polish series. Otherwise, but if you have any other suggestions that would kind of fit that mold, I would gladly take those. Follow me on social media if you'd like to keep up with me. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. It's at WhatCastRead, the same as this channel. And of course, I'm also on Goodreads. All right, everyone, you guys know how these videos end. I'll talk to you later.